What's this stuff?
And this is a roll of copper that we use to make bullets with. Each one of these rolls make up for about 60,000 bullets.
60,000 bullets?
60,000 bullets on a single roll of copper.
There you go.
Very good.
Alright, behind us we have our presses, all lined up in a row here. These are big cast iron World War II presses, been upgraded to today's standards. We've got a bunch of lasers on them and different sensors to tell us when things go bad.
James Bond stuff, right, with the lasers?
That's right, lasers, James Bond. A little bit of everything in here, but we've upgraded all this equipment to today's technology, and we're going to show you how it works.
Well, I've always thought that if it's not broke, don't fix it. And if it still works, I mean, you might as well, right?
Exactly, yeah. The cast iron is a great piece of equipment, very durable, lasts for years. Obviously, you know, it's lasted since the 30s and 40s, and we'll continue to make bullets with this equipment.
Very good.
Here we are, we're cutting them down. Screwing them out. Now we're cutting them down.
So what is this process that he's doing as he draws that in?
We're basically making the lead cores for our jacketed lead core bullet, both our Norminator and in some cases our original. We're making cores here. So the lead is extruded on the machine here to the left, and then the cores are cut into the respective sizes here on the right. You can see it's cutting about 2/4 of a second right here.
And this is the same process for your copper as well on your bigger machines.
Very similar, yeah. We take a copper wire as well and also chop it into the individual slug sizes before it's fed into the equipment.
We're up to 180,000.
All right, sweet. He doesn't mind being YouTube famous, does he?
He can probably do it, man. This lead was extruded on this machine right next to it, and then it's fed into the cutter.
So you see he's feeding it in here. Cutter is happening back over here. We'll just pan over this way.
Representation of our bullets as they're being built and tested. Now we test every 5,000 rounds as we're building products. No other manufacturer tests near as much as we do. In fact, as far as we know, nobody tests even as much as 20 times as much as we do. That is to say, we're testing every 5,000 rounds. Other manufacturers are testing every 100,000 rounds. So that's what this is a representation. Represents 5,000 bullets that were made. In order to start the presses up, they have to pass a very stringent test, and then they're allowed to run 5,000 bullets. We shut the press down and polish up our tooling. Polish up our tooling, and then once they pass the test, they're allowed to run another 5,000 bullets. So it's virtually impossible to have a bad run come out of Barnes bullets.
Get in here and look at that.
There you go. We've got a low velocity test simulating a long range shot where you should still get bullet expansion, and then a high velocity test where you should hold 100% weight retention.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There's Barnes bullets with War QA right there, guys. You can't find that anywhere else.
Quality at its finest. Nobody beats our quality.
Absolutely. All right, go ahead.
Okay, we got some naked bullets here. They need jackets.
Yeah, that's right. These are the lead cores that'll go into our jacketed bullets. This is a raw material before it's actually put in. These cores will be all hand sorted before they actually go in and make bullet with them.
There you go.
Again, quality at its finest.
And just for you guys that don't know, Brett is here in the back in the black with his amazing, awesome polo shirt there. Barnes bullets. He's a guy that we made initial contact with, and he said, yeah, we'd love to show off our USA made bullets and fine quality down here at Barnes.
Absolutely, we love sharing this stuff with you guys.
And now we get to share it with our subs. So we haven't seen see much of Brett on this tour. He's been kind of hiding, but here he is showing us how they make the jacket. So this is a copper coil going in to create the jacket.
Yeah, these are jacketed bullets. This is still our traditional technology, I believe. But nonetheless, we're stretching and making it up, and then here's the core, and nothing new here. This is simple technology that's been around for 100 years. Often referred to as cup and core, cup and draw. Nothing too fancy about it.
And you guys have perfected it.
We, of course we perfected it. All right, this is an upgraded version of the old presses we've been talking about. You'll notice if you look in here, there's just a ton of sensors. This press will actually shut itself down and tell you what needs to be fixed.
Nice. Another leading edge for Barnes bullets.
Yep, top of the line technology.
That's why you guys should buy Barnes bullets.
This is a cup and draw here.
What do you got there, Big Lou?
More naked bullets. They need to get their jackets put on.
You guys will look at this real quick here. Those are pressed bullets. They start out as the powder and turn into an awesome little product there. So how did the triple groove come about?
Yeah, so what we have here, we're actually cutting a good majority of the bearing surface off the bullet. And you have less bullet touching core, your pressures are reduced. When pressures are reduced, we can add more powder and in turn get higher velocities. It also helps with accuracy. There's some theories about why, but no question, our testing confirms that we do get better accuracy from these groove type bullets. And the neat thing is nobody can really copy us. If you've got a jacketed bullet and you try to do something like this, you literally cut the jacket into pieces. So it's something that can only be done with an all copper type projectile.
How did the name triple come about?
Well, there are a couple of disputed claims about how the name triple shock came about, but originally the bullets had 3 grooves on them, and the writer that worked with us helped to name them, saw the 3 grooves and liked the name triple shock. Also refers to the way that the bullet impacted in the way that it has a triple effect, a triple expansion effect on game.
Well, there you guys have it. The record is now set straight.
Yeah, the record's set straight. I believe that the original triple shock name was because of the 3 grooves, even though now triple shocks are made with anywhere from 2 to 5 grooves.
Oh, very
Like
good.
when they come out of the baker, this is the annealing portion of it. This is one of our pistol bullets, and you can see here they're not the prettiest thing in the world after they're annealed, so no question they have to go through a cleaning process before they can go to the next station.
And that's quality added right there. You get dirty bullets from other companies, right?
No dirty bullets here.
Yeah.
My understanding either use a stainless steel that's magnetic, or it's a steel ball coated with stainless steel, so that we can use magnets to pull the bullet off. So it's a really difficult step. They look at all over the and so once the bullets are clean, they'll dump out the backside of this unit where they'll be separated from the BBs. And because there's a little bit of a cleaning solution in here, we need to get that liquid out of the bullet. So they in turn go to a dryer, an industrial dryer where they're spinned and heated at the same time to pull the moisture off. Once that is done, then they go right to the packaging. It's basically a finished product. Come off here, get some in there, then they use this right here with the holes in it. And you can see some of the BBs already falling into the holes. And then there's a magnet here on the end that will catch any remaining BBs before they go onto the final cart and go to shipping.
Is this the only part of the wash right here that they're pre and polished here, and then they're going to be washed down here with coolant or some sort of fluid by that way?
No, this is the only polishing setup. Now some bullets are annealed, and annealing process is a softening process that when you bake the bullet, it re-softens the copper, usually 800-900 degrees for several hours, and that will re-soften the copper so it's as soft as possible. That's done with pistol, muzzleloader, and shotgun bullets in order to get them to expand properly at the low velocities that are required.
Perfect.
And a lot of those bullets, if you ever see them with the mill scale on them, they're really ugly. So, yeah, they're basically black. To be able to sell them, they've got to go through it and get cleaned up.
Absolutely. All right, what are you doing?
We're making 30,000 bullets an hour.
You're making or Barnes is making?
Okay, Barnes is doing it. I'm just watching. I'm supervising. I just need my shovel.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. So how do you like working at Barnes Bullet?
I like it.
Very good. They treating you all right?
Yeah.
Good.
This industry is my hobby, so I get paid for doing what I like to do.
You hear that, Barnes? You don't even have to pay him to do that. I think this guy deserves a raise. So here's your guys' 5-axis machine now?
Yeah, now this is a 5-axis mill. It's a fairly nice piece of equipment, CNC driven, computer driven, about $160,000 piece of equipment here. Really neat in that it can do multiple steps or multiple operations. So you basically put in a raw piece of material and out comes a finished product. You'll notice the tooling up on top with all the different bits and cutters and so on. That can rotate down in here.
I have this self-cleaner too.
Is it a self-cleaning yet? I don't know. Good question. I'm not sure if it's self-cleaning yet or not.
Looks like there's enough coolant in here that it cleans it.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. You'll notice from the size of our machine shop, we build everything in-house. If we can build it here, we do. Very few things do we outsource. And we'll actually even produce some equipment and parts, if you will, for other companies here. If you've ever worn Scott goggles, go skiing or motorcycle riding, we build the die sets for Scott goggles as well. So we can build basically anything that fits in our equipment here.
And that's what you guys actually build, your triple shock machine that we showed earlier, in-house.
We build our own triple shock machine.
That's a trade secret, and we're not going to show that.
Yep. Sorry, can't show you a triple shock.
So what do we have here?
Yeah, this is our 5-axis CNC grinder. This is what allows us to make you the same bullet today, tomorrow, next year, 10 years from now. We can duplicate our same punches and tooling on this piece of equipment. It's very, very accurate. And the neat thing about it, we had it actually break down. They fixed it via computer from California. So real high-tech piece of equipment, state-of-the-art stuff. It allows us to bring you the same bullet each and every time.
That's more QA provided with Barnes Bullets. Quality, quality, quality.
Yep, quality.
If anything that you guys are going to get from this video, we want to express that this is a USA company that produces quality.
Best of the best. Nobody makes a better product than Barnes.
Absolutely.
American made.
So you have a few other machines to show us. Do you mind if we walk that way to the EDM?
You bet. Let's go on over to the EDM and we'll show you some more equipment.
Perfect.
Okay, this is an EDM. It's called a wire feed EDM, and it uses a real fine hair wire, a brass wire. If you look really close here, you can see the brass wire.
We'll zoom in and see if we can get that.
The brass wire is what does guides the electricity. The electricity is what does the cutting. We're cutting carbide for the most part here. and so the carbide is very difficult to cut. You have basically two choices, either diamond or electricity, and in this case we're using electricity to cut the carbide. Our dies will last upwards of 1 million parts for each die, and that's primarily why we use the carbide, the longevity of each die set.
Now on this EDM, how precise are we talking?
Right, this machine will cut within 50 millionths of an inch, and I know that's a number most people aren't used to hearing, and so I put an analogy to it. I can take a single hair on your head and cut it 60 times with this piece of equipment. Kind of gives you a feel for how small, how tight a tolerance it's capable of.
And off camera, he showed us a couple trinkets that there's pocket change. How much were those again?
Yeah, we've got a couple of trinkets that were built here. Here we go. This one was made on the wire feed EDM. Now, what you have to understand here is that the top head moves independent of the bottom head. So while the top head was cutting a number 1, the bottom head was cutting a number 2, and then whatever happens in between is just a result of the straight wire. So really a neat piece that shows what this piece of equipment is capable of.
And that's about a $1,200 trinket, pocket change?
This one isn't our $1,200 trinket, but this one's probably a $1,000 trinket.
Hey, there we go. We could probably get that. Thank you.
Okay, we just showed you the wire EDM. Now the wire EDM can only cut straight lines basically because it's a piece of wire that's been stretched tight. This is a sinker or plunge EDM. EDM again, electronic discharge machine, and so what we're doing is we're using it to cut the carbide that we use in our die sets. And this is the trinket that was made on this plunge EDM. This was one block of steel, and this ball was attached to one of the legs, and he just simply cut it until it finally fell off. This one is our $1,200 trinket at $60 an hour, and it took about 20 hours to make. I like to tell the scout kids I'm doing a tour with, we'll sell them this little trinket for $1,200. So far I haven't had any takers.
No takers yet. Well, for any of those that would like to buy $1,200 steel ball and square,
give us a call. We'd be happy.
Barnes Bullets.
Now the one thing about this I failed to mention was that this one will cut a radius. So unlike the wire that just cuts straight lines, we can actually cut curves. And so that's what you're looking at here is the radius of the bullet being cut or burned down into the die itself.
Okay, very good. What do you think, Big Lou?
That's nice.
We got it online in 2 months' time in order to supply more bullets to the industry. It's a brand new bullet that we're building. Notice the white generic label on it. It's a 55 grain, 22 caliber hollow point. Just down and dirty, inexpensive 22 caliber hollow point. It'll sell for $80 for 500 rounds. And this is it. It's just going to the first batch going to Midway USA. It'll be sold exclusively through Midway USA. You want 500 bullets? Get on their list because they're going to go quick.
You mean I can't just take these now?
No, you cannot.
We can sell you some here.
Get out your wallet, Big Lou.
We don't do all the testing on it. They've done all kinds of things just to keep the price down. This is going to compete with like Dogtown bullets. You've seen the Dogtown bullets on?
I have not seen them yet.
Just cheap. I think Hornaday's making it for them, and they just fire up a press and let it run. Don't do anything to it. Bare minimums. And check diameter every 100,000 rounds or something, you know.
How do you like working for Barnes Bullets?
Oh, I'm loving it.
Is it about time for a race?
Yeah, probably.
You better ask for one now.
Heck, they could just pay me in bullets. That'd be good.
Perfect. Hey, I'd work for bullets. I'd work for bullets. We're gonna go over here and look at the labels here. We'll go ahead and zoom in here. These are all the labels for Barnes Bullets.
A few more rifles. We didn't have quite so many rifles until recently. We started doing ammunition, and then you need to have a real rifle to cycle the ammo through. We've got accuracy barrels on the last 2/3 of this, and our function barrels on the first third. They're just function barrel is a worn out accuracy barrel.
So Barnes has got its own private armory. See, they do everything in-house.
Everything in house.
Is this a 50 caliber right here?
That is an older 50 BMG, you bet. Single shot. You have to have a little bit of everything. What's this, 500 nitro or 470 nitro express?
Nice.
Nice double rifle. Gotta have just a little bit of everything. 800 PSI. And then what you'll also see here, looking at some of the brass, is you'll see the little circle or spot on it. Some a little more pronounced than others, but that's where it's actually hit or impacted the crystal. And then of course the crystal sends a current down to the box and gives us a reading. But yeah, a little better setup than the strain gauge system, a little more consistent. So.
And then with that, you can get an internal reading versus
An external reading.
External at the barrel.
I pull this to fire.
We used to have a 50 BMG on there, and folks really thought that was cool. They just snapping pictures, or you?
Just getting the range. We'll get out
Do
right.
0, nothing, and 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you tell me when.
Go right ahead. Big Lou had to make a stop at the IT room. I don't know why. He wanted to see the IT room.
See this? You got a series of tubes here.
Is this how the internet works? Is the series of tubes?
That works right here.
All right,
Series
there
of
we go.
tubes.
All right. We're going to zoom in on there. We'll just walk over here.